Chris? Baby, you couldn't hear me. I'm calling for my honey bunny to see if he can help. It says here, no sound. Okay. Well, first of all, my sound was off, but it says YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. What should I do about that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have to.
Okay, so people won't see the video. Okay. Can you guys are you gonna be able to tell me if you can hear me? Okay. Well, go ahead and shut the door, sweetie. Okay. Hello, everybody. So, do you have sound now? It says you should have sound now, and it does say that I'm not smoothly streaming. Oh, now I've got something coming here. Oh, hi, Julie. We can hear you now. Yay. Okay. Sound, smooth streaming in Hawaii. Woo, yay. Okay. All right. Honey, can you shut the door? I think we're good. Okay. Yeah.
Video looks okay.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah, I suddenly got a bunch of messages in. So, okay. Yay. When we do this live on YouTube, I don't have a lot of control over some of these things. So, okay, I guess we're going. So I think everything's working. All right. Oh, wow. This has been one incredible week. I don't know about you, but 1/21/21. So welcome, Akasha here, and I want to welcome you today. We are going to have a healing, and that's pretty much it, unless some other message wants to come through me. So I want you to relax, lay down, be comfy, turn off of your notifications. Let me make sure mine are off on my phone. They're almost always off, so yep. And I don't know about my computer though, because Chris was setting it up for me. So this is going to be a nurturing space. What we're going to do is, why is it sacred feminine? I'm going to go into that in a minute. So this is for men and for women. When we say sacred feminine or divine feminine, it's similar to saying sacred masculine. It's just an energy. It's what's called a principle, and it's half of all life. So we're going to enter the goddess sanctuary, and I'm going to share that with you and let these 7 divine sacred feminine presences come through me to welcome you to create the space. A goddess sanctuary. I sometimes I want to say goddess salon. It's something that I used to do a long time ago. The goddess sanctuary is a new space that I'm creating, and you can check it out at nanakasha.com/goddess. Let's see, this coming week, our goddess is Ishel. And Ishel is a Mayan goddess of the moon, of the rainbow, of abundance, of women, of fertility, lots of amazing things. And so she actually, I was at a pyramid on the 21st because of 1/21/21. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, right there, right there. Hopefully you can see that. That's Ishel. Oh, where'd it go? Angle it into the light. And she, you may have seen, there we go. She has, the rabbit in the moon. So of course she has the rabbit, and the rabbit is abundance, obviously. Can't see it. She has a snake on her head, which represents an awakened, enlightened, open eye, someone who has risen up to a higher state of consciousness, which is what we're doing now. And so she's our goddess this week. And each week we go through with a goddess, we get to learn about them, we get a channeled message, and we go on a journey. They're very healing and beautiful, and I hope you'll join us. We've extended the special price through the end of the month, so you might get that too. So today we will have all 7 of the original feminine energies that are creating the goddess sanctuary welcome us in their own way, in whatever way they come through me. And you get to have your own relationship, both with your inner self, with your sacred feminine or your divine feminine energy, principle, and with each of these presences. These aren't a religion. These aren't, there isn't one right way to do it. In fact, that's part of the divine feminine is flow, is moving in and out of state, going with the ebb and flow of life, understanding there's a cycle to everything, instead of the masculine mindset that we've been living in that is push, force, and hard work. And the harder you work and the more you plan, and if you did it right, you would be successful and you would maintain it, and you would be better than everybody. All of those concepts begin to melt away when you truly align and balance with the divine sacred feminine energies. Something that I've realized recently as I agreed to finally allow this to come through me in December, during the break that we were all having for the holidays, and was that it's deeper than just us allowing ourselves to receive, to be nurtured, to be loved, allowing ourselves to be good enough to accept ourselves and say, I'm designed this way for a reason, and there's divine forces behind me being here right now and who I am. And so I really want you to grasp that if you're not accepting and becoming, being, embodying, and then blooming, growing from who you were designed to be. You could call it your life purpose or your soul purpose. You could call it your inner blueprint or your soul blueprint. You could call it your heart, your map, whatever it is. There is a purpose for you being here. Now, I don't personally believe that it's this hard, fast destiny kind of thing where every step is scripted. And I don't believe you're here to suffer if you've had a lot of abuse and pain, as almost everyone has in some way. And you're not here because you've been bad and you're stuck on a rat race, wheel of hell and karma in that kind of a way. Everything's energy. You get to create with the energy. You came here as a representation of divine energy and of your soul, which is many, many lifetimes. Your soul, the way I kind of see it, the simple thing is this big circle here, this little Sesame Street, this big circle here, this big circle here is the infinite field. This source is everything. And this circle here, the second one here, is your soul. You decided to pull some of that energy and become many, many things. And then these other rings inside, I didn't even think of that till I just saw it, is that the lifetimes that you decide to send your soul on missions. Okay, so mission control is part of you, your I am presence, your higher self, the blueprint, the different codes, the different things in your DNA, which are being flipped and switched all the time. So don't buy any of that nonsense medicine that went on for a while and unfortunately is still being told, but has been proven absolutely false scientifically and in every other way. Your DNA is not stuck the way you are not destined to have a disease that your ancestors or parents had. It's absolutely not true. Now, are you predisposed to it because you're told you are? Yes. But the beauty is the divine feminine understands shapeshifting and metamorphosis, right? So we know that we change. You don't do the things you used to do when you're 5 or 10 or even 20, or depending on how old you are, 30 or 40. But here's the beauty of it. You get to enjoy all those phases, but they change. They're not permanent. We cycle in and out of prosperity. We cycle in and out of health. We cycle in and out of bountiful, joyful relationships and suffering and feeling alone. And we cycle in and out of all these things. And none of it's because we're bad or we're stupid or we're cursed forever. We do carry a lot of energy, and those energies from all those lives. So imagine that you said, okay, let's all go out, team. Let's split. We're just going to use 100 as an example, but depending on what you have experienced or believe, you could have lived hundreds and hundreds and thousands of lifetimes, but we're just going to use 100 for fun. So you split your soul into 100 pieces and you say, what do you want to do? And what do you want to do? And what do you want to do? I say, I'm going to go to prehistoric times and be this, and I'm going to go to Florence and be an artist, and I'm going to go to Delphi and be an oracle. That was me. And I'm going to go to the native Southwest of the Americas, and be a medicine man. And I'm going to go here, and I'm going to be this, and I'm going to be that. And this is a choice from your soul. So what happens right now? We're here at a massive transformation moment. And because time and space are structures, we've structured it so we're here in this moment as this consciousness. I'm here as Akasha or Nanakasha or Mom or Honey Bunny or whatever, right? And you're here as you, but you're also everything else and everyone else because you're one with the infinite field. And even closer, you're one with every other part of you. So I've noticed it's more important than ever to understand we're multifaceted, we're multidimensional, and we change. When we don't allow ourselves to change, when the people around us want us to stay the same and we want to make them happy or we don't want to upset anyone, we're not being in our feminine. We're being weak in our willingness to protect and be ourselves. We have to first protect ourselves. We have to first align with our energy. We have to first honor our heart. We have to first love who we are. That doesn't mean that anyone else you're loving or helping right now that you suck at it. It just means that what you're giving into the world is very, very, very little compared to the capacity that you have. If you would, most of us have at some point, if not right now, they're all coming up, right? Felt limitation, lack of being good enough, rich enough, skinny enough, smart enough, fast enough, this enough, that enough. I had a failure. I didn't this. My parents didn't love me. This happened, that happened. Everything that you have, it was simply an experience based on all of the energies you brought with you. And I've never seen other lives, past lives, parallel lives, other parts of you, whatever you want to call it, come forward with such clarity, vividness, and consistency. And the volume is amazing. So the soul readings, the private clients, the everything I'm doing, it's coming back to, if you don't know that you're a whole person with all these parts, you don't have to know every life you've ever had. In fact, don't try that because it's fun, it's interesting, can be painful, but it's always healing, it's always revelatory, it's always opening. And the thing is it's not about that, because don't seek another identity and don't seek to know why. And why did this happen to me? And why don't these people love me? And why am I a failure? Don't try to analyze it. This is all masculine mindset. Achieving, keeping it. The idea that businesses, big businesses, they say they always have to have their profits going up. And if they have shareholders, they have to make their shareholders happy, not their clients. Their shareholders, the people who put money into it because they want to make money from it. And so they're always striving to go up. When you're in a natural state of going up, like Apple computers, they were kind of floundering and some people liked them and they weren't really doing very well. And then I think it was the iPod, but I'm not certain, right? They came out with the iPod and we were all just blown away, and pretty soon iPod became iPhone and iPad and so on and so forth. So they exploded, their growth exploded. And in the sacred feminine energy, we understand that there's cycles. That nature, if you think about, winter and spring and summer and fall, right? You have a cycle of things, seeded, full of potential, sprouting, birthing, growing, producing fruits, harvesting and enjoying those fruits and then going back down again. So if we understood that in business, we would understand there's no way that any one business is going to keep going straight up. it's going to have to do this. But then they switched because their profits weren't going straight up again and people weren't buying a new phone every day. And then they're seeking out, how can we still make more money? We have to keep making more money. We can't be happy with this. We have to, could we charge them more for this? Could we change how we charge them for that? Could we do this? Could we do that? Instead of being in their innovative, creative flow, it feels to me like they got off of their path by becoming more in the masculine principle or the flow. So if you're finding that happening in your own life, you're trying to push, you're trying to make something happen, you're splitting your focus into many, many different things and thinking that they all should be successful. You're wondering why, and you're analyzing the past, and you realize that you're hanging on and you're stuck to all these people and all these things that happened to you. This is what I call energetic hooks, attachments, karmic knots, vows. They all take a different form, so to speak, but they're energetic hooks or attachments. And they keep you from opening up and receiving. We have to receive first. So the divine feminine principle came first. Gaia, the concept of Gaia, not the earth, was the primordial mother, the original divine feminine essence, come from source, that was receptive. She had to receive. Okay, she became pure potential. She became the sacred feminine in the principle. And then she embodied this planet. And when she embodied this planet, she was pure potential. She was fertile ground. And so she was able to receive the seeds, the information, the codes, become fertile. She was fertile. She became pregnant, we might say, right, with an idea, with life. And then life began to form. But these life forms, whether it's a palm tree or the moon, or whether it's an animal like a rabbit, a cat, or a horse, whether it's the water in the ocean, or whether it's, this bottle here, everything is a form that came from this divine feminine essence of Gaia that was then seeded with an idea from the masculine principle. And so balance of both, respect of both, understanding of both, allowance of both, giving both of them as much time, giving both of them as much honor and respect. Well, what's happened on this planet is we have bullied and murdered and burned at the stake and killed and belittled and blamed the sacred feminine. Even books like the Bible are written so that it sounds like, well, it's all the woman's fault. She's seduced and she did this and she did that and when you look underneath, well, certainly they crafted the story in order to be able to do that, right? To take that power away. Because what happens when you fall from your divine connection, from remembering who you truly are, from accepting that you're here with a purpose, designed exactly the way you are at this moment, and if things are falling apart, good, they're supposed to be in the flow of it, looking for the new growth, looking for the fertilizer, looking for the new opportunities of where you're going. So what happens is the fall or the separation from Atlantis or in the Bible or in whatever Big Bang or whatever flavor you like, they all line up to mean the same thing. We separated from divine knowledge. We cut ourselves off from remembering we're multidimensional, remembering we're multifaceted, remembering that we are the creators of our own reality. We don't need a church or a government or a person or a school or an institution to tell us who we are, if we're good enough, what we deserve, what we're worthy of, and what we have to do. So the world is having a massive transformation because we're not working the same, and it's going to continue to change. We're not educating the same. We're not relating the same. We're not communicating the same. We're not thinking the same. And that's a good thing. But when we enter in fear, we're holding on. And that's the masculine principle, who wants to force it to stay and force it to happen. And I must hold on to this, and this must stay this way. And it's that person's fault, and it's that person's fault. And it's everything outside of me, and it's not me. None of this is true. And it seems heavy because the fear is so deep on the planet. That's why we need to embrace and breathe in and digest and savor and enjoy and respect and honor and remember that the divine feminine, the sacred feminine, is as important as the divine masculine, and that together they create all potential, all possibility in form. What happens to all the form that Gaia created? We come and embody it. It's like, I made a cool card. Who wants it? Right? And so we get inside and we're living from a limited perspective. But that's falling apart now. People are waking up and having experiences and accelerating their breakdown, accelerating their breakthrough. And if you're experiencing any of that, you're in the perfect place. You're doing the perfect thing. We have to let go of the idea that we're supposed to always be successful and it's supposed to, oh, I got there and it didn't stay there. You know, I've had clients who said, I got my business finally to exactly where I thought it should be, and then someone quit, or a client left, or this happened, or that happened. I said, yeah, welcome to the flow of life. So what happens when we embody our divine sacred feminine powers, principles, energy, when we allow that flow into us? We're afraid to allow it into us. Let's be honest, okay? We have not only in our past, unfortunately still now, have embedded so deeply fear of pain and torture and death and retribution in all horrific forms because, and nowadays maybe you don't fear death, but you may fear criticism or humiliation or being outcast or being fired or being disliked, right? Or you know, losing a client or whatever, or failing, and what will happen then and what will they think then. So the big fear that we carry under everything that keeps us attached to energies that don't support us opening to our flow and blooming into who we're here to be is because we're afraid to embody that divine feminine. We are frigging afraid because it's made fun of, it's belittled. I mean, there's still places on the planet that women aren't allowed to drive or vote. They have to cover up parts of their body. They're basically raped on a regular basis, or maybe paid $5 for it, and is as their only option because they're not allowed education. They've been considered, and still are many places, property. Even in America, la la la, you know, women still aren't, everybody knows it, paid the same. Why? Now, women aren't the only ones that embody the divine sacred feminine. So the beautiful thing we've seen is the awakening is awakening in men and in women and in cultures and in institutions, and it may feel slow, but our awareness is that if we don't remember and begin to love and respect and forgive ourselves and let go of guilt and shame, when we truly realize how suppressed and how blamed and how beaten and how buried and how burned and how locked up and locked down we have made the divine sacred feminine principle of energy, it's going to shock the shit out of us. So consciously, what happens when you want to change jobs, move somewhere, go on a health fast, you know, change your haircut? You have to focus, right? You have to consciously say, oh, I think I want to do this. How would I do that? You internet search, you talk to people, you make some phone calls, you go some places, whatever, right? You book a haircut. There's action, there's idea and action, idea and action. But the idea can't just be floating in the ethers. So our divine feminine potential is here. We're creating every day, but we're creating from a lot of burden, a lot of fear and guilt and shame and depression and craving and anger and blaming and on, victimhood and all the way up. And even if you're living in courage, which is fantastic, you're in a power state. If you're having to like get courage every day to do something, there's a higher state to go to. So none of this is about guilt, because divine sacred feminine space is about pure acceptance, pure unconditional love. And that's what you're going to be in or are in already today. So before I began the call, I always create the Infinity Healing Chamber. I call in the Light Body Council, which is light beings that I work with on a regular basis in all of my sessions, in all of my classes, in all of my school. And I also called in the Goddess Sanctuary. So you entered this call, you entered into that space. And this is going to be a space for you to be nurtured, for you to let go. No effort, no doing, no worrying, letting go, unhooking. Just stop trying to carry it all. Stop trying to figure it all out. Stop trying to be the best, be good enough. Everything else that we were taught and told, we don't need that anymore. We can allow ourselves to bloom and birth from within. And part of that is accepting. So if you've ever done energies, or if you've ever done work where you work with your voice and trying to like let out things that are pent up inside, just like ooh, or just letting it out. Wow, you will be amazed at how much you're holding in. And if you've ever done work where you just relax and let go, you start to see where you're tense and resisting and holding on. So it's beautiful, because when we accept what is and who we are, our emotional body lets go, forgives. The divine flow can begin to happen. Movement can happen. Energy can come in and come out. Can flush out the old, can bring in the new. Can reconnect and can disconnect. We don't have to continue staying connected to a lot of ideas, conditioning, cultural or historical, family, ancestral, or anywhere else that don't serve you. If your belief about yourself or from your families doesn't support you to believe that you're fabulous and wonderful exactly the way you are, you're loved, so loved, and that you have a divine purpose that you can only truly give into the world if you first receive the nurturing and love of the divine, and receive and accept that you are this beautiful being with a great purpose. You're going to be delighted at all of the other lives that are already in communication with you, that you chose to stay connected to in this life, both to bring that fear to the surface and to complete different agreements and vows, and to re-embody skills and powers. So it isn't like your learning curve is going to be like this, climbing a mountain forever. Okay? Do your work every day. Love yourself, embody yourself, activate your light body, do your light weaving, do your feminine energy meditations or your higher self meditations or whatever you're doing to stay connected. Because if you don't have a clear connection to your higher self, to your body elemental, to your I am presence, to all these divine presences all around us, then you're missing most of 90% of the dimensions of life, the richness of life, the experiences of life, and you're definitely not accessing your true powers. So when you access your truth, and you accept that you don't have to call yourself a light worker, but you're somebody who came here to be light. And maybe you do it through your painting or through art, or maybe you do it through teaching in something, or creating or writing, or whatever. You can still go to a job if you love what you do, but if you bring more flow and more nurturing and more love into it, it will start to grow in new ways. It will imbue the space and the people that you work with, whether you're virtually there or physically there. So the more that you accept your divine feminine flow, the more that you realize that we have an original wound, and that separation, that fall, was realizing that we took the feminine and we I don't even know what the right word is, right? We disdained her. We said, you are to blame, and you're going to suffer, and you're going to have pain, and it's always your fault, and you have no rights, and on and on and on. From that moment, we separated from our truth. That's the true fall. That's the true separation. And that's separation from our heart. And so our heart is only half here, and as we've been doing all these healings and you're like me, you've been learning all these things and meditating and self-help and this and that and all this for decades probably, you have this knowing that there's something there. And you get these glimpses and you have these epic experiences, and then you go back to the old way, but then you expand, and then you go back a little bit and then you expand, but you can't take away the expansion. So let the energies right now of 2020, 2021 open and expand you, and simply trust and let go. Holding on is what causes the struggle. Holding on to who you were, what people think, what you want, how you want it to look, how you want it to happen, when you want it to happen. Everything that is complaining or blaming is lack of acceptance. So if you're in that state, you're not in the flow, period. The other thing that happens when you accept who you are, you accept what's happening, you accept what's going on in your life, and you accept that you have a divine purpose, and that you have all these other lives, and all these other light beings that love you and are waiting to talk to you, that you have fun and bliss and joy that are a part in your unique way of your life. Your life isn't. If you feel like you're on a treadmill, get off. Get off. Accept that you're made for something bigger. Accept that it is time for you to express the truth of who you are. And if you are somebody who's waking up, guess what? There's a reason. I've done readings for people recently. It's stunning. Some of them haven't even scratched the surface or opened up fully to who they truly came to be, and I can see it in their light body. The programs, the connections, the designs, the structures that are holding their abilities to channel art, or to talk to certain types of entities, or to move energy, or to create in a particular way. So you probably don't even know either what's truly in your codes that are waiting for you. So the sacred feminine must be re-welcomed, re-embraced, reignited within us, and honored again. Not just, oh yeah, okay, come on in, but truly honored and given time. The power of the feminine is as powerful, or perhaps more powerful, as the masculine principle, because the divine feminine is the receiver and the womb that seeds all creation. If you're birthing a business or an idea, or you want to have a baby or find a soulmate, or you want to move to a new house, or you're thinking about who you are and what you do want to do, this divine flow. So open to your intuitive skills. Everyone is psychic, everyone receives information in a different way, and it's time to come out of the closet and stop being afraid of expressing that you're a healer, that you see energy, that you're psychic, because we were criticized and burned at the stake for that. And we were, I had one client, wow, she, poor baby, she exploded into her power. She healed intense issues in her physical body. And 6 months into the program with me, she realized she had to move away from her family, that they were part of, at that time, oppressing her. And she was terrified they were going to find out she was a healer, and she was psychic, and she was doing this kind of work, and she was receiving messages, and she was horrified by the whole idea. And she was torn back and forth, and she was a single mother, so she wanted her son to be around them, but they were very negative and they were very oppressive, and they had that mentality that's been bred into us for so many centuries, that you're weird, you're bad, back away from you. I mean, I've had energy, I know energy healers and energy school creators who've taken their tools to scientists, and to schools where people are studying energy in a scientific way, and shown them in a lab under masculine circumstances, right? With all the things testing everything, how energy medicine works. And they see it, and they experience it, and they measure it, and they know it now with both their left and right brains. And they still decided, nope, I'm not going to put this paper out. I'm not going to tell any of my colleagues. I'm not even going to tell my family. So you're going to see the truth, but you're going to cover it up and then live as if it's not true. Guess why? Money. It's professional suicide. So we have to let go of all that crap. It's going to fall apart anyway. Because if you are given a glimpse into the truth and you don't accept it, is the same as you not accepting who you are. And then you wonder why you struggle, and you wonder why you perceive things as being negative instead of being in the flow, thinking, oh, wow, we're letting go of a lot of stuff. I think we're going to be creating something new, and be present in that. Okay. Let me say hi over here. So we saw earlier, hi Pamela, I love Hawaii energy. Pele and Julie and CK and hi Mark Ann, sweetie, and Jane and Barb, hi there, and Taya and Dina. Janet says, yes, I face this every day at work with a man there that is so harsh. Yes, a lot of my clients and students have people in their immediate household or family, close friends or bosses that are so they're embodying that intense fear of the Spanish Inquisition and the witch hunts and the fears of this extremism, to continue to blame. And I don't think most people nowadays would actually consciously say, I'm against the divine feminine. I don't think they see it that way. But we've been told that anything outside of us isn't true, and we need somebody else. We need a test, we need a graph, we need a doctor, we need a man, we need a science, we need a church or a priest, or we need something there to tell us who we are, to connect us to source. And we have to pay them, don't we? And we have to be who they want us to be in order for us to be approved of. And then maybe we're given a little bit of forgiveness or blessing or whatever. And I'm not picking on any one religion, because I was raised one way, but very lightly, like I don't really know much about that. I just know that when I see systems that fill you full of fear, tell you that you have to, if I show up one day and I say to you, do exactly what I say, only what I say, I'm the only one who knows the truth, run away, okay? Because I truly have been possessed by something. My goal is to free you, is to free myself, is to free all of us, is to free us back to realizing whatever we need, whatever solution is already there in the infinite field, and that we can access it, but we've been cut off. And we've been cut off in all of our systems, and the conditioning and the DNA in our bodies, all of these things are full of this. So when it feels like it's hard to change out of those beliefs, to reach out of your fear and just decide to be yourself, it is because you have centuries and ancestors and DNA that's screaming, don't do it. Because what happened in the past, you weren't it wasn't just you that got killed. Usually they killed your family, right? Or some shame came on your family if you were accused of being a witch. And of course, I loved the solution for that. Well, we're going to kill you, but if we can kill you, then you're not a witch, but we've already killed you. Sorry. Either way, you're dying. Wow, that's a great system you got there. So anything, take that ability to bring flow into it and see where you're holding yourself back. And start small. Do nurturing steps. Do things where you privately take more time to do your feminine flow, which would be, nurturing yourself. I have a client who spends 3 hours in the bath, I think, and she does stuff in the bath, but she's doing her divine feminine, and she's maybe pulling some cards, and I don't know what all she does in there, but I think it's fabulous. And her family understands, and they know it, and nobody gets down on her or belittles her or judges her for it anymore. um, so, people around you don't like it when you change, and you can't please them. You're not here to please them. So the divine, loving, mothering energy that you might have to love people, to want them to love you, it's lovely, but it's getting in your way. So real divine feminine is strong. Real divine feminine is Pele, who said, I can't worry about what other people think. I'm too busy being my purpose. I have to pull from the air, and I have to pull from the earth, and I have to bring the fire of spirit, and I have to create new earth. This is why I'm here, right? And all of these goddess energies that we're going to encounter today, they're just an embodiment of a aspect or some aspects of the divine feminine principle. the energy. So the caduceus, the two snakes that go like this, that they're now screwing around with, that's your kundalini, that's your Ida and Pingala, your masculine and your feminine principle. It lives at the base of your spine in your 8 original cells. When you awaken to yourself and you allow both of them to flow, they flow up your spine, they cross in each of your main energy centers or chakras, and when they cross, they bring balanced energies. It's like turning on a switch, boom, and then that chakra opens and starts to flow, and health and wealth and flow begin to come, and your organs and your hormones and your glands begin to work correctly, and they start communicating with each other. But our lifestyles and everything else that we've been living have burdened us so much that things aren't flowing and connecting the way that they used to. So we're bringing it back into balance, and we're coming into the flow. And so, wherever you can do that in your life, where could I step into the flow and trust? Where could I let go just a little bit today? What could I do today that would be listening to my inner heart, to my inner self? I started a program with one of my private clients specifically to open to clear communication, right? That, well, I don't necessarily see energy or see colors or receive information consistently or regularly. And just this week, I think twice, she had spontaneous, visionary, sensorial experiences while she was doing her meditative work, and had experiences she'd never had before. So the wonderful thing is that as you're able to do open to that flow more, you awaken your senses, you awaken your clairaudience and clairsentience and claircognizance and all these knowings and these other ways of receiving light languages and understanding symbols and being drawn to something and then going there. If I feel drawn to learn the Mayan language, I go start looking it up and learning it. I don't make it an agenda. I do it in flow. But I know there's something there for me, something about it energetically that's going to feed me. And if I feed myself what I enjoy, it's good for me. And then I fill up when I receive. Okay, I think we're about ready to go. See who else is here. Hi, Anne. Oh, you're so welcome, Pumpkin. Hi. Oh, what a wonderful name. I wonder if I'm going to get this right. Asniv. Hello, beautiful. So nice to meet and see you live. Nice to see you too. And all those people in power uh, were men, yes. Well, and so we can't blame men right now because women and men, we've all become men, right? We've all been trying to embody that masculine principle out of balance, and the men have been programmed to do that too. And yes, the divine feminine was so successfully disgraced in century after century after century, um, belittled and humiliated and disempowered and made fun of and everything. Hi, a dragonfly just came straight up to the window. It was like, dee, dee, dee. Um, that women, women bodies, people who came into women's bodies just by natural what was happening in each of these eras, even now, have less rights, less respect because they appear to embody more of the divine feminine. So we're going to balance that. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so like I said in the beginning, please, I don't know when we started because we had some technical difficulties, but please lay down or sit where you're comfortable and you can relax. You don't need to see me. I'm not showing anything on a screen today. We're in pure feminine flow. I will share with you this link if you would like to join the Goddess Sanctuary. This is an amazing experience. I think you can just get Pele still for another week for this month. We separated her out at a very special price if you want to just give it a taste. Otherwise, join in because we're co-creating this as an anchor for divine sacred feminine energies on the planet. And we're having amazing journeys and healings. They're all recorded on video and audio, and you're going to be able to repeat them. So being able to pull these out and do a particular meditation like Gaia, Pele, or Sekhmet, if you need the power of your voice back again and you want to learn how to turn anger in those lower energies, transform them into power and strength in a feminine way. Or if you want to work with Brigid, the Celtic fire and water goddess, the triple goddess, who really embodies that multifaceted energy. And maybe you want to bring Lakshmi in. Lakshmi is one of our absolute favorites. She's the goddess of abundance, of material and spiritual riches. And she's flowing with lotus flowers to show the opening of the spirituality, needing to be in balance with the flow of the material, physical gold and the abundant waters that are pouring around her all the time. All right, so we awaken as we allow the divine flow. So this goddess sanctuary is a gift and an invitation to help yourself and all of us respect, re-embody, remember, and realign with our divine sacred flow so we can blend it with the masculine and become that balanced being. That's when health and energy come back into your body. That's when your mind is free and open and loving and creative. That's when your emotions are powerful and able to move in an instant in the present moment because they're not busy trying to force things to happen. They're ready to respond. So I love to have you join me. All right, let's go. This is a version of our divine sacred feminine altar. It changes every week. Um, we've got Kuan Yin and Yom Kaksh, which is the Mayan corn maiden, corn goddess. And we have this as representing Gaia. She asked to come and be held. This is an Atlantean goddess of the butterfly heart. And these are enormous statues. They're beautiful. And lots of other representations of the balance and the divine. All right. All right. So Gaia has asked that as you relax in your physical body in this three-dimensional space, that you close your eyes, open your eye, and open your heart. And imagine, see yourself standing at the start of a path. The path is a beautiful path that's designed that looks like silver and gold flowing in and out. And you take a step onto the path and you announce who you are. First, we activate our light bodies. So say in your heart, I activate my light body at optimal speed. For me at this time, take a deep breath in, hold it in your heart, let it expand and remove and just overflow all the heavy energy that no longer serve you and blow it out. Watch that intention go out with your breath, that you ask your light body, which includes your body, to align optimal flow, the optimal frequency, optimal alignment for you at this time. This is the most empowering statement that you can learn to integrate everything. Optimal for me at this time. What is optimal for you is different in each and every moment. This is the divine sacred nurturing. Can't be fed all the time. You can't work all the time. You can't sleep all the time. Move in and out of cycles and phases. So now, as your light body is shifting, you take another step on this gold and silver path, and all around you, see and feel the most vibrant, verdant, alive nature, plants and flowers, amazing sun coming through trees, breezes. You even notice the clouds, sky, or is it dark, full of stars? Your path to the goddess sanctuary is yours and yours alone. Take another deep breath in. Breathe in this life force. Breathe in Gaia, the primordial mother, the divine feminine essence of all creation. Feel her alive within you and say, I accept that I am infinite. Let the breath go. Relax. Letting your body relax deeper in this moment and allowing who you are. Flow in gently, just a little more as you relax any tension in your mind, in your skin, in your muscles, in your organs. Take another step on this silver and gold path. Notice the pattern the silver and gold is forming. In each step you take, it changes. It forms a new pattern. And here, the life force around you goes from physical, and you start to see and sense the plants and animals and flowers, trees glowing. You can sense, feel, and even see with your inner eye the glowing light, love, energy, pulsing, moving, wafting from within each of these life forms. You look and you see, you sense, and you feel the beauty. You sense and see the life force emanating over and over from a leaf. And you begin now to realize everything is alive, everything is energy, everything is emitting their own heart beat, their own rhythm, their own music. You take another step forward and you see this pattern, and it ignites within you a hum, a vibration, a sound. You feel fire burning within you, and Pele says, accept your spirit. Accept you are the creator, and you too will emanate more magnetic, beautiful energy, colors, and more. You feel the hum growing within you. In your heart, you say, yes, I'm ready and willing to allow my spirit, my divine, sacred feminine essence, and my true purpose to begin to sing, to hum, to vibrate, to emit, be seen, to emanate, to give. Receive the vibrations from deep within you. Ooh. Ooh. You let go and begin to feel as if you are the heartbeat. You are the waves on the shore. You are the wind in the leaves. You are the breath of the divine. You begin to flow down this gold and silver path. Held, supported, you release yourself into this current as the path becomes liquid gold and silver, goddess, liquid, ray. You flow and let go as you give permission to yourself. I'm ready and willing to dissolve my attachments, my fears, my guilt, obligations, and victimhood, my beliefs, my patterns, my vows, my soul contracts. I dissolve all that do not align with my highest good, my true soul's purpose and powers, and I release them into the unconditional love of the silver goddess Ray. Relax into the flow and let yourself be carried down this divine river, the gold flow underneath, forming the container and the foundation, holding space and strength and protection for this divine, sacred, feminine silver ray. And it carries you, and it bathes you, and it purifies you, washing away. You give permission in your heart to release, let go, forgive, to uncover and reveal. And the soft, loving caress of the divine, sacred feminine bathes and purifies you, washing away the heaviness and the burdens, washing away the sadness, the grief, the regret. I am open and receptive, you declare in your heart, to this love, to this cleansing, to this flow. And you feel all of you, physical chakras and subtle bodies, mind, rainbow light body, pillar of light, your soul and all of your life, your ancestors, all those aligned with your soul's true blueprint. You all receive, drinking deep Breathe in one more deep breath. Breathe in the silver ray. Let it move through your blood, bone, through your cells and your spine, through your nerves and your brain, through your chakras and your emotional field, out and out through your time-space continuum into the past, to every place, person, event, success, failure, sadness, and out to the future and to all the timelines in the infinite field. Release, let go, surrender, become pure liquid light. Feel every block and fear and burden and attachment and shackle, every attachment dissolve, melt, soften, flow. Let it go. I accept. Harmony begins to flow to you and through you. You begin to feel one with this flow, this river, with Gaia, one with Pele, the fire and the creation, one with your truth, your higher self, your body, elemental, your soul, purpose. Melting into oneness, this river of light flows faster and fast, fast. And you let go completely. You have no more to hold on to. You become your essence. One with the stream, with the flow. You feel the full color spectrum, every ray, every color, every frequency of potential from the infinite field, infinitely flowing, accelerating your healing, your releasing. You let go again and say in your heart, I am that I am. I am love, light, life. I am flow. I am above. I am below. I am within. I am without. I am here. I ask to enter the goddess sanctuary in reverence, presence, and love. An open heart, an open mind. I'm ready to receive, to honor, embody, and respect the divine sacred feminine in its powers and its nurturing, in its creation and its destruction. I am ready. I am ready. I am willing. I am willing. I open. I am open. I am receptive. I receptive. I receiving. I receiving. I am. I am. I. Melting completely. You flow into the goddess sanctuary through an arch of flowers and symbols, glowing lights and fireflies. You see and feel and sense beauty, rainbows, rivers, clouds. You flow effortlessly, your essence, into the center of this sacred space. You flow into the arms of Gaia and Pele. They encircle you. You are held in pure unconditional love. You are held in pure acceptance, adoration, reverence. You sink deep into Gaia's womb while rising into the ethers of the potential. You are fire and lava, and you are ice and glacier. You are ancient stone, crystal, and you are new earth, new growth. You are pure potential, empty, open, ready, receptive. You are here to step into the new chapter of your life, of your powers, your purpose. Be your flow and essence. Be nurtured, cleansed, receive deeply and effortlessly. Simply be, simply watch and receive as your senses awaken, as new connections and old connections are reunited. You feel a divine light reaching deep inside your mind, your essence, your inner eye. You receive this message of light. You accept and receive it and allow it to free you. Let go and to merge into oneness. Be in the divine. Be in the space, your pure essence. Be in the heart, love. Receive this divine message from your highest good, divine plan. As pure essence, divine feminine potential, you receive this, a seed, and as it goes deeper within you, the codes for your plan, purpose, path open. They flow into your pure essence like a stream of light, color, shapes, symbols. You watch and receive with gratitude, love. Enjoy being pure receptivity, drinking in the energies, message, seed of your divine potential. Nothing to do but to receive it. You have everything in your essence to nurture it, grow it, form it. You relax into ecstasy. Be the moment of pure creation. I'm willing to embody the divine, sacred feminine, the power of pure potential within me, through me, a part of me. I love, respect, honor, receive, give great thanks. And as this message, this seed, your divine plan unfolds, unravels, streams out in all parts of beautiful flowing essence, you now begin to feel it inspiring you. I am the creator of my reality. I have pure potential in every breath, in every cell. My mind is wired to create. Everything that was barren and dry, that was denied nurturing and love, respect, and support, now opens wider to drink deeper of the infinite well, the infinite spring that comes from Gaia, Pele, and Brigid, fire and water, growth, the divine triple essence. I am your potential, maiden, new. I am pure creation, mother, creator, nurturer, organizer, foundation, all life. I am sage, wise, wisdom, acceptance, remembering your mystery, magic, essence, power, the triple goddess powers, potential, creativity, and magic and mystery now are dancing within you like three flames coming to life. Your power lies within these three flames. The choice is yours to remember them, to uncover them, to nurture them, to respect their power, and to realign with your power. Will the fire within you be covered longer, or will you flow with pure creativity, mystery, one with the infinite in every moment, your access to all you need? Your power is this great. When you take the flame of your heart and you know that you are always in this divine, sacred flow, the container for all that you are ready to create, that you are inspired, give, will birth within, and like a phoenix rising from the flame, yes, this is the time for you. Let go, transform, receive, shrink, Drink. Breathe. Grow. Fill up. Fill up more. More love. More life. More light. More flow. Drink. Drink. Feed the child within you. Feed the barren mother. Feed the abandoned, the betrayed. Feed the denounced. Feed all of those forms of the divine, sacred feminine. Feed them all with pure love, unconditional acceptance. Invite them in the loving arms, Gaia, Pele. Invite them in to this power of the triple goddess flow, the sacred spiral flowing in all three worlds at the same time. Remember, remember, feed, drink, receive. Feed all those unnourished, unnurtured parts of you. Feed those parts that were shamed, that lived in fear or hid, that were locked away or suppressed. Feed all those parts that were humiliated, that were disgraced, dishonored, disabled. Feed them. The flow comes in now, flowing together, triple flame, the triple spiral, triple goddess, above, below, and within. I am one with all. I am that I am. I am the transformer. I am these energies. I am divine vision. I am the creator. My reality. I am divine feminine flow. I am the divine masculine power. I am the perfect base. To receive and to create this infinite balance flow. Work with these energies, play with these energies, receive and drink them. See all of you, all of your ancestors, all women, all the sacred feminine throughout time, in this earth, on this earth, in any dimension or time, being fed with the never-ending, unconditional love of Gaia, the galactic goddess, the divine sacred feminine. Be fed, be nourished, be happy. Receive, 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 and now you know you're full, but you don't stop receiving. You keep drinking, and the flow becomes more powerful, more tangible, more strong, and you overflow like Pele's lava pouring from within, down and out. You pour this excess love and nurturing. You pour this infinite potential, youth. You pour this strength and creativity. You pour this wisdom, magic, mystery, all combined within you, feed you. And now full, glowing, you grow and expand. It overflows and feeds your family, your house, your bank, your job, the earth. It feeds your clothes. It feeds the world. It feeds the past. It feeds those in fear, violence, pain. It feeds those wishing to be nourished, empowered, and seen. I am the one who overflows with abundance. Be the receiver, the transformer, and the giver all at once. Feel your senses opening. Receive. Receive inspiration, energy, nourishment. Receive anything and everything. Drink it in. Feel it. Acknowledge it. Recognize it. Everything is here. The divine feminine flow asks you to acknowledge it coming in and feeding you, receiving it, and it's seeding, empowering, and growing and nurturing as you create. And then as you build and you enjoy and you live and you share, you learn. It's always there. Bring it in full force and bring it now and pour it down over your entire life. Pour it into your reality and your time-space continuum, into this timeline. Take this energy and attach it to an enormous pipeline. And the goddesses line it up, and your higher self stands at the entrance and filters all that comes in and out. I receive this new, clear, high-speed connection to the divine feminine flow. I let it feed, nurture, heal, nourish, feel, reform, remember, and rejuvenate every level of my being, my life. Receive it now and watch, sense, and feel as it moves through every part of you. And now you're flowing again. You're flowing again and you let go. You become pure essence, pure inspiration. You bring with you this message This new seeds that have been released, nurtured, planted, and nourished within you. You flow effortlessly through this immense garden, this paradise of abundance. You see and sense the glowing energies coming from you. You, like all life around you, are glowing stronger and brighter, emanating, feeling, sensing as this emerges, embodies the essence overflowing. You now feel yourself beginning to rain down like a gentle rain, your pure essence reconnected to this divine feminine flow and your path and your power and your purpose. This new energy in exactly the color and hue and consistency that is you rains down on your room, on your body, into your skin, your muscles, bones, into the bloodstream, tendons, nerves. You rain down this pure essence. Feel now this permanent connection to the divine, sacred feminine flow, to the multidimensional triple access and aspects of your being. You feel as you sense a rejuvenation, a resurrection of your body. Your mouth comes alive, your tongue begins to taste and salivate, your eyes and your brain begin to tingle and expand. You feel a new life force, a new flow, a new power, moving through your cerebral spinal fluid up and down your spine, in and out of your heart, your throat, your third eye, your crown, your palms, your feet, your root, your sacral, your solar, in and out. All of your essence has now been poured into your body, and you come into the moment. You feel yourself fully here. You feel this flow, this strength, the difference in the quality of what you sense and feel. You feel new eyes awakened within you, a new voice flowing to and through you. You sense yourselves reforming, your DNA recalibrating, everything drinking in this essence. And you declare in your heart as you put your hands on it, I am the divine feminine power. I am the balance of above and below, within and without. I am the triple. I am the divine me, the multidimensional me. I am the physical me, the creator me, the transformer me. And I am the pure potential me, the pure essence me. I am all and I am none. I am here and I am everywhere. I am a pure and open channel for the flow of my divine purpose and all that I have with me to nurture it, to nourish it, to grow it, to love it, to see it, to build it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bathe your body, your room, your thoughts, your mind, your life, your house, your family, and the planet. And gratitude. Gratitude is flow. 9-6 floor. Detachment. Rainbow spirals. Light. Bubbles. Receptivity. Blessing. Peace. Oneness. Thank you to this beautiful body. Thank you to this beautiful place. Thank you to Gaia, to the Goddess Sanctuary, to the Light Body Council and the Infinity Light Healing Chamber. Thank you to this moment. Thank you to all of my senses and all of the parts of me and all of my soul and all of my lives and all of my skills. I honor, respect, remember, receive, accept, harmonize with, and enter the state of compassion. I love and respect myself. I am the creator. I am the transformer. I am the divine flow. I am the divine container. I am the seed. I am the egg. I am the alpha. I am the omega. I am that I am. E.A. Escher. Take your time to come back into your body and your world. Come in with your divine feminine flow. Reinforce, recognize, realize that you are now connected with this flow, that every time you repeat this or remember this, every time that you step into your flow to decide, to act, to think, and to speak, you are something and someone new. Move out of the old patterns, flow through new places, think and do in new ways. Acknowledge the divine feminine within you and around you. Enjoy, savor, receive. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May this circle be open yet unbroken, and the peace, love, and nurturing of the Goddess go with each of us in our hearts, minds, and bodies. In La Quechua we are one. I am another you. You are another me. And so it is. Have a beautiful and blessed day, everyone. Namaste. Join me in the Goddess Sanctuary if you would like to play more with these beautiful energies. Thanks, Roberta and Asniv, and Julie and Barb, and Thea and Dina, and Marganne and Julie and Pamela and CK and everyone here. Have a beautiful day, Roberta. Okay.